Ever feel like you're doing everything right, but still spinning your wheels? You've got offers, you've got clients, you're showing up, doing the work, but the stress, still there. The chaos, still there. The feeling that you should be further along by now, loud and lingering. That's because growth without clarity is just noise. And most coaches I work with, they're simply too close to their business to see what's really keeping them stuck. But what if you could get a 10,000-foot view of your business? One that connects the dots, clears the fog, and hands you a CEO priority checklist of exactly what will get things moving again. Enter the business audit. If that sounds like something your brain and business could use right now, then this is the episode you didn't know you needed. Let's roll. Hey there, I'm Jackie Appleby, business strategist, OBM, and founder of Diligent Assistant. Around here, we help purpose-led coaches turn business chaos into calm and build the kind of structure that supports sustainable growth. So if you've been second-guessing your next move, feeling stuck in the weeds, or wondering how to make everything work together, welcome. You're in the right place. Let's be honest, so many of the coaches that I've worked with aren't flying the plane. They're clinging to the wing mid-flight with a to-do list in one hand and an iced coffee in the other. They're showing up, delivering, doing so much right. But something still feels off, like the business is heavier than it should be, more chaotic than they would want to admit. And here's what I've seen time and time again. They're not inefficient, they're not behind, they're just too close to it. When you're context switching constantly, reacting instead of planning, and holding all the threads in your head, it's nearly impossible to see the patterns or gaps clearly. You can't audit a house while you're still living in it, building it, and patching the roof during a thunderstorm. That's exactly why these kind of strategy sessions, whether you call them audits, business reviews, or clarity consults, are so powerful. Because when you're guided by someone who understands how a coaching business actually works, you don't just get a surface level checklist. You get a supported, high-level view of your business, one that highlights where the friction is, where the gaps are, and what small shifts could make a big difference. You're not doing it alone, and that's where clarity kicks in. Now, one of the biggest mistakes I see coaches make, often unintentionally, is focusing too much on just one area of the business. Maybe it's marketing, maybe it's money, maybe it's team support or tech. But they go deep into one department while the rest of the business quietly wobbles. That's why consultations with a marketing strategist or a brilliant CPA, while valuable, don't always solve the root problem because they're only looking through one lens. A solid business audit looks at the whole picture and not just one corner. And if you're running a coaching business, you need a model that can hold all of the moving parts so that you can stop patching leaks and start building something that lasts. At Diligent Assistant, we use what we call the Coach to CEO framework during our audits. It focuses on the 4 core areas of your business. Finance, not just what you're earning, but whether your revenue model supports sustainability. Sales and marketing, whether your message, offers, and marketing are actually aligned with your ICA's buying behavior. Operations, the systems that either support your growth or silently sabotage it. And team and people, who's supporting you or not, and whether your energy is being spent in the right places. These 4 pillars don't exist in silos. They intersect and are connected by a CEO mindset. Because if you're not thinking like a CEO when you make decisions for your business, you'll always stay stuck in the weeds. And often the friction that you're feeling in one area is rooted in a disconnect from the other. That's why a holistic audit matters. It's not just about finding what's broken, it's about seeing how things fit together and what needs to shift so that it actually works for you. Let me give you an example. I recently did a RISE audit with a coach named Tom. brilliant at what he does, deeply experienced. He had clients, solid results, and a strong reputation. But things still felt really hard, like he was white-knuckling his way through the back end of his business. Revenue was coming in, but unpredictably, and his offer felt heavy, and he wasn't sure what to focus on next. In just one audit session, we uncovered that what looked like a marketing problem was actually an operational misalignment. His delivery model was costing him more energy than it was worth. We didn't blow everything up. We simply zoomed out, reframed his client journey, adjusted how he structured his time and pricing, and created a plan to support consistency rather than chaos. That is what strategic insight does. It unlocks clarity, it gives you direction, and it reconnects you to your power of the CEO of your business and not just the coach inside it. Because here's the thing, growth isn't just about acquisition, it's about stabilization. And without structure, every new client adds to the chaos. But when your business is built to support you, scaling becomes sustainable. And that starts with clarity. If this is resonating and you know you're ready for tailored support, not just generic tips, I'd love to invite you to a synergy call. This is where we connect one-to-one to explore what's happening in your business and whether one of our Rise business audits is the right next step for you. It's not a sales pitch. It's a strategic conversation designed to give you clarity whether we work together or not. You'll find the link for that in the description below. Your business deserves to support your brilliance, not burn it out, and you don't need to figure it out alone. So let's give you some clarity.